great show lined up. My first guest is Keith Faison. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Well, hello, Deborah Coco.
Deborah Coco. I'm surprised. Most people say Deborah Coco Slater. I'm like, I think I'm going to change my brand name. I'm like, I go out, people don't just say Coco. They say Deborah Coco Slater. I'm like, all three? But I like that, you know?
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for joining me. You know, you have your own great show that comes on MNN. And how do you say it? MNN.
Yes.
It sounds, you know, if you say it too fast, you'll mess up now. You got to say it slow so everybody can hear every letter. But tell us about your show. How long have you been on that station?
Wow. I've been with Manhattan Neighborhood Network since 1998.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long time.
That would be 16 years.
16 years. So how do you feel about like the whole television thing? Because that's a long time. Did you expect when you first started out in 1998 that this would be a career for you, that you would do it this long? You had that passion early for it?
You know, it's funny. It's funny. I'm a performer.
Oh.
I spent most of my time in my life as a performer. 20 years as a trumpet player.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's a difficult instrument, right?
Yeah. I played every shot house, juke joint,
wow,
frat house, and country club from Panama City, Florida to New York City.
Oh, wow. So, you know what, let's backtrack just a little bit. Like,
Sure.
You always was into music and arts, and you started out young, identifying that that's something that you wanted to get into?
Yeah. I started playing in bands when I was 13.
Oh, wow. Nice. Nice. And you started out with the trumpet?
Yeah, I was a trumpet player for about 20 years. Then I metamorphosized into a guitarist.
I played the guitar too a little bit.
You do?
Yes.
All right, we have to get together.
Yes, my father used to play.
Is that right?
Yes, and he used to make me sit in the living room and play. Oh, you do?
I write on guitar now.
Okay. All right, so the trumpet, the guitar. Now, how'd you get your first trumpet? Because that's not a common instrument. I know this is going,
Yeah,
back,
we're going back to the third grade.
Yeah, but I'm saying, who really has a trumpet? Like, let me give you a trumpet, especially back then. How did you get your first one?
Daddy bought it.
Oh, Daddy bought it. Okay,
Yeah.
so Daddy had an ear for music too.
Oh yeah. The bands of his era, Deborah, were Count Basie,
Nice.
Joe Williams,
Nice.
the Ink Spots, Ray Charles. You know.
The originals to me, right? That's the originals. Ray Charles and, Count Basie.
Yeah.
That's a long, those are really some, they really changed the whole way music was evolving at that time, right? They started kind of one of the first transitions from Motown and, all that stuff. Just
Sure,
kind of,
especially Ray.
Exactly, especially Ray. All right, so now you started doing your own thing, started playing instruments, performing here, performing there. So how did you make the transition from being an entertainer, performer, so to speak, where you're dancing and moving to where you brought it to television?
Oh, okay. When I came to New York City...
I got a cough, Lord.
Go ahead.
I can edit that.
I came to New York City, like most people, seeking fame and fortune.
Oh, you did? Okay.
As a performer. Well, that train didn't come in. So I was living on 142nd Street.
Okay.
In Manhattan at the time, and I would watch this obscure network called Manhattan Neighborhood Network because I liked some of the programming that they had. It was avant-garde as opposed to major network.
Yes.
And they had some variety programs. Where they would have people come on and perform. You have a performer coming on tonight.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
yes, we do. Coming up soon.
I was talking with him earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Desert. He will be up
And
later.
I contacted a bunch of Manhattan Neighborhood Network producers to appear on their show. Okay.
Where you would come as the performer,
right?
As the musician, the artist of the show.
Right.
Okay.
The ones that had variety shows. Right?
Yes.
I think I came on about 2 shows. All right. So I got to thinking. I said, Keith, look. You're a college man. You've been in this business a long time, okay? If you can't beat them, join them.
Join them.
And in 1998, the Keith Faison Show was born.
That was it. Now a lot of people, so the transition was easy. You came in
Natural.
natural. And so what are some highlights of your show from 1988 to now? What would be something like a moment for you that was like so incredible? What really stands out for you on the show?
The guests.
The guests?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Tell us an interesting story that happened.
Well, let's see. Jean-Claude Baker, adopted son of the legendary Josephine Baker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's big.
Showed up one day. He has a restaurant on 42nd Street called Chez Josephine.
I heard of that place. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. He had written a book about his mom.
Josephine Baker's son. Wow.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Baker. He showed up one day. And out of all the interviews that I've done Blue Magic, Ray Goodman and Brown.
Nice.
When Sonny was still alive, when Ray Brown was still alive.
Nice,
I've done the Delphonics.
The Delphonics.
Yeah.
You've also done some shows with the Delphonics too, haven't you?
Yes, I did. I did the Apollo with the Delphonics.
Yes. Okay. So somehow you transitioned back into a whole nother concert world, right? From the television.
Hey, I morphed from television into advertising.
Wow. Okay.
I have a boutique ad agency called Keith Faison Agency, which is basically a culmination of everything I've ever done. Okay?
Is it still active today?
I have a website,
Oh.
KeithFaisonAgency.net.
And what will we find on that website? Now, what do you have that, what are some of the features of the website?
The Keith Faison Agency has 3 divisions: television, production, live performance, and photography.
Okay.
Okay?
The major aspects of the business, right? That's
Right,
good. You spread it out.
Right. The thing we did at the Apollo, the Easter program, with the Delphonics and the Drifters.
I saw that.
That was under the auspices of the live performance division.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting ready to do something else for live performance.
Okay, yeah. What do you have coming up? You have, the January 17th at the very Bishop Hall. Yes, I got to come out.
Yeah. I represent BB&Q Band, Capitol Record recording artist, BB&Q Band.
Nice.
And I represent the Drifters.
Oh, okay. They're under your management company.
Right. And I reunited BB&Q Band after 30 years and put them in the Apollo.
They just stopped performing and took them. Okay.
And I reunited them.
Nice. So that must have been a major show for them.
Yeah, they sounded good.
They did.
They really did.
That's nice.
They really did. Rodina was the second act on that show.
Nice. Okay.
I also have a record label. I just dropped a gospel single.
Oh, you did?
On Rodina.
Oh, okay.
On my record label.
Nice. So we have to have her come perform as well.
Well, she can do the do.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
She make it do what it do.
Nice, very nice. Okay. All right, so you got the label, you have the advertising.
Before we go any further, these is for you.
Oh, see ya. Now, see, this is how guests do. This is a little hint for my future guest that's coming on the show. Not you, Desi, because you're already here. So you get a pass tonight, but this is how we do it, y'all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Very beautiful. See, that's nice. See, this is a little, not payback, but a little recognition here. I really appreciate that.
A little something from the Keith Faison show.
Yeah, from the Keith Faison. Y'all better check him out. What time? Tell him what station and give him the information where they can check you out.
Every Wednesday night at 11:30 on channel 56, Time Warner Cable, or on the internet, www.mnn.org.
Check him out, y'all. Everybody check him out and support. Okay, so you got the division of the concerts, the artists. You just dropped the gospel song. So, and then the other division, advertising. What do you have with not advertising? What's the other one?
TV production.
TV production.
The Keith Faison show is the flagship for that.
For that, that's the yes, that should be the flagship.
Live performance was the Apollo and the thing that we have coming up.
Yes, at Perry Bishop Hall on the 17th.
Live performance is my artist representation.
Nice.
I represent the Drifters.
Nice.
And I represent BB&Q Band.
Very nice.
And the photography division is not as hard working as the other two, but it's still you know, I spare no expense with the agency.
Nice. Looking for
Deborah.
new clients. I need to be in there somewhere doing something.
I don't come cheap. Okay?
Ooh, nice.
I don't come cheap, and because I want the quality to be just like the guys on Madison Avenue and Fifth Avenue. Okay.
I understand that. Most definitely you should. You've seen the best in the industry. When you've been in doing things in entertainment for so many years, you've seen some of the best. You know, you kind of get a chance to really see and how to put things together, what you really want, how you want to have it done. And you want your brand to be looked at a certain way.
Right.
You know, so all those elements together definitely helps build your character, the way people view and remember you.
Certainly,
you know.
certainly.
So yeah, so what is in store for you now? Like, you've touched all the major pieces that you wanted to so far in the business. So what keeps you motivated now to continue on and keep going?
The agency.
The agency?
Yeah, the agency this is my baby. I put up the agency in 2011.
Okay.
That means it's only 3 years old. Now, you've got the guys on Madison and Fifth Avenue like William Morris.
William Morris,
Okay.
okay.
They've been in business for a long time.
Yes.
They represent people like Mike Tyson.
Wow. They got the high profile clients.
Right. Barbara Streisand.
Okay.
Okay.
The people you don't see in the street. Like, you won't just walk into any place and just run into them, right? Okay.
And I'd like to one day, you know, rub shoulders with those guys.
That's right. That's
And
right.
you know, it's not going to happen overnight. I was talking to Cool Mo D over there.
Does it?
man.
AKA, does it?
Yeah. And it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm going to, you know.
Well, step by step, you know. All right, so you have the show, and that's going strong, you know, big show.
Flagship.
Flagship going strong. So I want you to give me like a little bit of feedback of what you think about the entertainment industry. Like, say if you just met somebody, they came up to you and they like, look, I want to know, this is my passion, this is my career. Can you mentor me, give me some pointers? Like, what kind of advice would you say? What would you tell somebody about this whole industry from your, you know, your own personal views of what you've been through?
You have to be goal oriented. Okay? It's a fact, Deborah, that the baddest talent, some of the baddest singers, male and female, don't get signed.
True. True.
Okay?
And what do you think some of the reasons are for that?
Well, I've heard stuff like there's room at the top for everybody. You know what I mean? I've heard that, you know.
But there is a lot of room, but it seems like sometimes you feel like the further up you go, the smaller, you know, it gets. It's like that real triangle, you know what I mean? When you down here, you with everybody. Everybody want to run around, do the same thing, but as you move up.
But you know what? I'm going to answer that question.
Okay.
There's an intangible with people like yourself and myself, Beyonce, Jay. It is called the it factor. Everybody ain't got the it factor.
That's true.
I mean,
I have the it factor?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
Okay, you may be able to blow like, you know, you may emulate Sam Cooke or Luther Vandross well. But if you don't have that it factor, okay, you're not going to get signed.
That's something. So that means when you walk into that record label, it got to be something different that stands out about you. Not just your music, not just the content of what you're saying. It has to be something eye-catching. That's what it is?
I really can't verbalize
You really can't.
the it factor. But I
Because you
think,
wonder
know,
why some people make it and why, like, you know, some people
Mm-hmm.
don't. And you think, like you said, people are just so talented, but
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't. One artist could do his first demo and get picked up,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then you have somebody that's working on their 5th release or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And look how long it took for 2 Chainz or some of these artists that's
Mm-hmm.
been rapping and performing and singing for years before it happens. And then somebody's an overnight,
Right.
right? So
Right.
that's true.
Right.
So what do you think about the talk show industry? You know, we had a behind the scenes talk, not too many late night, you know, hosts
Right.
out there. And you've been on for so long
Right.
doing your show. So
Right.
what do you think about that whole element of that? Like, you know, it's only like what you said, 4 different
That's right.
late night hosts.
That's right.
And you've been one of them,
For-
you know,
for
on
a
your
long
network,
time.
standing strong, doing it. So give a little feedback on that. What is your opinion on that?
Wow. I started off like we were talking about. I started off at a 4 p.m. slot. Okay. Manhattan Island is the largest viewing audience in America.
Yes.
Manhattan Island.
Yes, it is, pretty much,
We're up
right?
in the Bronx now.
Yes.
You know. I was up against Oprah for 2 years. Now, you've never seen my television show. Rodina has, and I have like a cult-like following.
Okay.
At least 75,000 people watch my TV show every Wednesday night.
Wow, very good.
Okay. I stayed at 4 o'clock for 2 years. I'd like to think Oprah has.